We love our cats so much that we often want to share bits of our human snacks and treats with them. What if I told you that those treats could harm or possibly kill them? Many of our foods are actually very toxic to cats, and some can cause serious health emergencies. Here are 18 toxic human foods that your cat should never eat. Number 18. Chocolate products. As tempting as it may be, try to resist the urge to feed chocolates or any chocolate-related products to your cat. This is because it contains a chemical substance called theobromine. This chemical is easily broken down in the human body and is similar to caffeine in many ways. However, it is dangerous to cats as it may affect their circulatory system. This, of course, will depend on the amount of chocolate consumed and the weight of your cat. According to experts, as little as 0.2 ounces of chocolate can be highly problematic to felines. They may experience vomiting, seizures, diarrhea, tremors, and in extreme cases, death. Number 17. Salt. Feeding your cat with regular human food means feeding them the same levels of salt that humans consume. While the salt levels may be just fine for humans, it is likely too much for your cat. Human food can easily cause salt poisoning and dehydration in cats. The symptoms are diarrhea, vomiting, fever, and tremors. It could even lead to death. When a cat consumes more than 41 milligrams of salt in a day, they are at risk of high blood pressure, which is fatal. 41 milligrams of salt is less than 1/16 of a teaspoon. It is probably best to keep your cat away from salty treats such as fries and popcorn. Number 16. Raw fish, eggs and meat. This may seem strange for cat owners because the ancestors of house cats fed on raw meat. So if cats are the descendants of wild cats, it would make sense they would not have any problem with raw meat. However, there is only one problem with this logic. Cats have evolved greatly, and their domestication came with changes to their diet preference, levels of immunity, and even digestive system. Raw meat often contains bacteria such as E. coli and salmonella, which can make your cat very sick. Cooking the meat or fish kills off the bacteria and makes the meat safe for your cat. Furthermore, raw egg whites contain an enzyme called avidin, which prevents the body from absorbing vitamin B7 for skin nourishment. This deficiency can cause skin and coat problems in your cat. Number 15. Avocados. Persin is a chemical compound that is found in avocados. While this chemical has no effect on humans, it is very toxic to cats. The compound is found in the fruit, leaves and seed of avocados, so all these parts are unsafe for your pet. It can cause vomiting, myocardial problems and pancreatitis, so be aware of the snacks you give your cat access to. That guacamole may cause more damage than you would expect. Number 14. Milk and dairy products. We often see images of kittens and cats drinking milk on television and in adverts, so it seems like cats love milk. However, milk and other dairy products such as cheese are bad for your pet's digestive system, and here's why. Kittens are born with an enzyme known as lactase, which helps them to digest the lactose contained in their mother's milk. When they get to a certain age, the lactase enzyme is produced in very small quantities, making it difficult for them to digest any dairy product. In essence, most cats are lactose intolerant, especially in adulthood. Cheese, cream, yogurt and other dairy products may cause gastrointestinal discomfort, which may range from mild to extreme. Other symptoms include diarrhea, vomiting, loose stools, gas and stomach pains. Even though kittens have lactase, it is not sufficient to digest cow's milk, so it is probably best to restrict your kittens to their mother's milk. Number 13. Nuts. Giving nuts to cats is generally not a good idea. Due to the size and toughness of nuts, cats are not able to break them down into smaller pieces, and this causes them to be choking hazards. Furthermore, nuts contain a large amount of fat and oil, which causes vomiting and diarrhea in felines. So make sure to keep your baked foods and cereal that contain nuts away from your cat. Number 12. Raw yeast dough. If there is one thing we know about bread dough, is that it rises under heat. In the same way, if your cat gets its paws on some bread dough and ingests it, the dough will rise once it settles in the cat's belly, and it will cause a lot of pain, discomfort and bloating. The alcohol produced when yeast dough rises in the belly can also cause alcohol poisoning, further worsening the case. If you must bake in front of your cat, make sure to protect your feline friend from that delicious looking yeast dough by keeping it out of their reach. Number 11. Citrus fruits. Citrus fruits, even in the smallest amounts, can cause a stomach upset for your pet. Fruits like oranges, lemons and grapefruits contain citric acid and essential oils, which are very concentrated and can cause vomiting, tremors, liver disease, diarrhea and other health problems in cats. Cats also experience skin irritation if they come in physical contact with the skin of citrus fruits. Furthermore, inhaling the scent of citrusy essential oils can be upsetting to cats and they will likely walk away from scented areas. Number 10. Tuna. Cats love tuna and often prefer them over some of their traditional meals. When you feed your cat with tuna, they may get addicted to it and decide to turn down other meal types and insist on having tuna alone. While tuna is a great meal for cats occasionally, it just doesn't have all the nutritional requirements that a cat needs. Your cat may end up looking malnourished after a while. Secondly, tuna comes with a very small amount of mercury, which is insignificant at first, but excess consumption of tuna can cause mercury poisoning. So you should feed your cat healthy meals and only bring the tuna out for special occasions. Number 9. Bones. It may be interesting to watch alley cats chew fish bones in cartoons, but this is actually very dangerous in real life. A splinter could get caught in your cat's throat or gums, causing them extreme pain. The bone could even get lodged in a delicate place that may require surgery to remove. Ensure that there are no bones in the meat or fish that you serve to your pet. Otherwise, they may get injured. Number 8. Grapes and raisins. Grape juice, grape jam, raisins and any other product made with grapes are extremely toxic to cats. When ingested, it can cause high toxicity levels in their kidneys. According to numerous reports, grapes have been responsible for multiple kidney failures and deaths in cats. So if your cereal or snack contains raisins, make sure that you do not share them with your pet, as you will be doing them a great deal of harm. Number 7. Caffeine. Caffeine provides humans with energy and the boost to get work done. Imagine what this does to cats. In plain terms, it overstimulates the nervous system of the feline. They become hyperactive and their heart rate skyrockets to an extremely dangerous level. When this happens, your cat may experience seizures, vomiting and possible death. Examples of caffeine products are tea, coffee and energy drinks. Cat owners should make sure to keep all caffeinated drinks away from their cat. Number 6. Alcohol. Alcohol is extremely toxic to cats. When you expose your cat to alcohol, it can cause drowsiness, lack of coordination, loss of consciousness, and possible heart attacks. Alcohol poisoning may not necessarily be from regular drinkable alcohol. Rather, it may be from perfumes, mouthwash, disinfectants, dyes, hand sanitizers, and cough syrup. Cats can be very inquisitive and may find your open glass of wine if it is left unattended. Accidents happen, and that's why it is important to take precautions in ensuring that all alcoholic beverages are stored properly in a safe location. Number 5. Coconuts. As refreshing as coconut milk and flesh can be for humans, it is sadly not the same for our feline friends. While very small amounts may be okay for cats, a large quantity is toxic for them. Coconut is high in potassium, and when cats ingest it, it may cause hyperkalemia. The excess potassium acidifies the blood and affects the proper functioning of the heart. It is important to also look out for products made from coconut or coconut milk and ensure that you do not accidentally feed them to your cat. Number 4. Onions and garlic. Garlic and onions contain a compound known as N-propyl disulfide. This compound is an oxidant, and while humans can tolerate its oxidative reactions, they actually cause gastrointestinal irritation in cats and damage the red blood cells, causing anemia in cats. Cats suffering from anemia will have pale gums, lose their appetite and feel lethargic because there aren't enough red blood cells to circulate oxygen in the body. The damaged red blood cells cause urine to have a port wine colour, which is darker than normal. So if you notice any of these symptoms in your cat, you should bring your pet to the vet immediately. Number 3. Candy. Candies are sweet, colourful and come in different shapes and sizes. When children play with candy, it is easy to forget one on the floor or the sofa, and that's where the house cat incidentally finds them. Candy is dangerous for cats because they contain xylitol, which can cause a major increase in your cat's insulin levels, leading to liver failure. Other signs of xylitol toxicosis include seizures, lethargy, vomiting, and loss of coordination. Chewable candies and chewing gums also contain the dangerous xylitol, and in addition, chewing gums are choking hazards and can cause a blockage in your cat's throat. Number 2. Peaches. Peaches are one of the fruits that are bad for your cat and can certainly leave them in a nasty shape. The seeds, leaves and stems contain a poisonous substance called cyanide. It is not only toxic to cats but to other pets as well. Some of the symptoms of cyanide poisoning in cats include difficulty in breathing, dilated pupils and shock. Cyanide poisoning may cause death as well. Number 1. Fat trimmings. Feeding your cat with fat trimmings has a few consequences. It can cause gastrointestinal issues, which can be very painful and upsetting for your cat. Other symptoms that may follow are diarrhea and vomiting. Also, there is the possibility of making your cat obese and at risk of heart disease. Cats are purely obligate carnivores and need to consume meat to maintain their body weight and keep their fur looking healthy. This means that their diet is mostly focused on pure protein, with the exception of fatty layers, as they are problematic to your cat's health.